All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. We have a kitchen knife for you today, as you can see. So say hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powdered Toast Man and Log and TV. Log's kind of walked away again. Here we go. Let's get started here on the KnivesFAST channel. This one comes by way of Bestech and what I believe is called XIN Cutlery. I hope I got that right. If I didn't, I apologize. Through the Apex Pass Around group for us to take a look at. Move my cup there. So this is a really cool looking and feeling kitchen knife, guys. So we're going to talk about this one. It does come in this box. If you saw my unboxing, it is a magnetic clasp box. XIN Cutlery knives. It has a cutout for the knife and some instruction. Whoops. As I drop it in the floor, some instructions / warranty information. Let's see, this is, it says XIN Cutlery, every cut matters. And then down here, it says 8.5 inch chef's knife, blade 21.3 millimeters or 213 millimeters, handle black and white G10. Does it say black and white? It does say black and white. It's not, it's black and red, G10. So, I am going to put this over here. So this guy actually came, if you see like a little stain here, it came with a sticker on the blade that said warning, extremely sharp. And it also said, because of how thin it is, not to use it as a chopper and not to bash it like you would. I would, at least, if I put down a clove of garlic and sort of bash down on it. I guess because it is so thin, they don't want you to do that. So that's why you see a little stain there. But other than that, it's got this really cool, awesome looking flat grind with this great satin finish. Really simple design, but it is a chef's knife. Has kind of that reverse Tento thing going on here. Really, really awesome twist design, red and black G10 with this mosaic pin. There you go. I was really worried when I first saw this handle because it's round. But this twist pattern really locks it into your hand. You can index it. Look, it's not going to twist or turn. Even when my hands got wet cutting, by the way, we're going to roll in some kitchen cutting footage. I've already done a peach and 2 tomatoes, and I think I'm going to cut some zucchini here in a little bit, and I'll add that to the end of the video if I do. But so far, really good. So there you go, XIN Cutlery. And I think this is made by Bestech. It is available at White Mountain Knives is where I found it. And it's available for $80. And let's talk about some of the specs real quick. By the way, it does come with this microfiber cloth as well. And I bumped my camera again. I'm sorry about that. There we go. So it is 14.17 inches long. The blade is 8.5. It is a plain edge with a satin finish. Again, black and red G10 handle. Not a lot other specs to give you really, other than the steel. So this steel is what's called 304 Cu stainless steel. I am not familiar with it. I haven't used it before. I found a lot of people talking about it being a really soft steel, which would almost hold with them not wanting you to chop with it or whatever, because they don't want you to bend it up. You know, I've read that, but I've also read it's used for a lot of table knives and some kitchen knives. Now, remember how I said it had a thing that said it was extremely sharp? I wouldn't put it in the category of extremely sharp. I would put it in sharp. It's definitely sharp. It definitely comes down to a nice, has a nice thin spine, as you can see, and comes down to a really nice thin edge. But it is definitely not, you know, I always like to compare everything now to an atom or a neutron. You get it out of the box and you're already cut. You haven't even touched the knife yet. This is not that kind of sharp. This is definitely sharp. I mean, it was cutting through the tomato just fine. I'm going to do some, like I said, zucchini in a few minutes, and we'll see how that goes. It is easy to control. It, you know, really nice knife. The shape lends to a lot of this kind of cutting that I'm used to doing, you know, to dice things up and to do a lot of fine cutting, but it's a little long for fine cutting like that for me. But I like I said, I really appreciate it. Now for $80, guys, I think this is a good knife. Again, you don't want to, obviously a good kitchen knife, even one like this, you don't want to run it through your dishwasher. You want to hand wash it, which I've done several times, and it's held up real well. And again, it's a really nice knife, very lightweight. They don't really give me the weight here. It's not heavy, maybe 4 ounces. I would think maybe a little bit more than that, but it's really hard to say. So just to give you, let's see, what do I have down here with me that I can give you a size comparison with? Not a lot, actually. I took everything upstairs. But here is the CJRB Centros. And as you can see, I mean, the Centros is like a 7.5-inch knife, I guess. So about half of the size of this. So that just kind of gives you something to look at there and kind of know what size it is. So really enjoyed it, guys. Like I said, we're already at the 6-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and start rolling in the cutting footage. I do talk through them, and then I'll probably wrap it up at the end. And thanks so much, guys. Let's see the cutting footage. Roll that beautiful cutting footage. All right, so it's time to test out this kitchen knife with a little bit of slicing. I might do some more. As a matter of fact, I'm a little disappointed that my large tomato here is just not quite ripe. I've got several over there. They're not quite ripe, but this is the XIN, or XIN, I think it is, kitchen knife made by Bestech. Just going to try it out on the smaller tomato, make my tomato sandwich. By the way, if you don't make your tomato sandwich with mayonnaise, by the way, I hate mayonnaise, but I love it on a tomato sandwich and a BLT. So you figure it out. Got the cracked black pepper on there, ready to go. So let's see how this guy does with some slicing. Very nice. No real resistance there. Nice thin slice. Let's do a couple thicker ones for the sandwich here. And then we'll do another thin one just for fun. Actually, we'll do one more thick one here. And then we're going to try to do a nice thin slice. Now, this knife is super thin. Let's just see how thin we can do. Oh, not like that. I'm apparently terrible at this. Nope. Okay, we're going to try it one more time. All right, it kind of mangled it there a little bit. But as you can see, these thicker slices are nice and clean, perfectly done. Tomatoes falling apart, which means this is going to be a wonderful tomato sandwich. So we'll slice some more things with this, but there you go. Tomato slicing, check. All right, the only other thing I'm ready to slice for lunch here is this peach, and I usually just eat a peach. I don't slice it, but it's a great opportunity to show this knife off without hopefully hitting the pit. So let's give it a shot. Oh man, that is so smooth. Check that out, guys. Now it does stick as it's just a clean spine, but doesn't bother me a lot. So let's get another nice. There we go. All right. So we'll put these in my little bowl here. Let's see how we're doing. I mean, guys, I can't even tell you just how smooth this is. It is a super slicer. So yeah, it came right off that time. So check it out. Nice work on that one. All right, so here we are at the cutting board, and yeah, this is an onion, not zucchini. And as a matter of fact, those aren't zucchini either. The wife tricked me, and we actually have yellow squash. So here we go. I already cut a little bit of onion. I just need a little bit more, so we're gonna do this. I will tell you, it is a nice thin slicing knife. I just cut all this onion right here, chopped it up real good. And of course, my wife was asking, why didn't I record that? Isn't that what you were asking? She's not going to talk, apparently. But here we go. We're going to do a few more here just to show. But as you can see, I think you can see, it's making real easy work of this onion, slicing it up, and then we're going to chop it a little bit here. We're not going to chop up the top. So as you can see, it's got a really great shape. To me, I've actually got a Hinkle's Santoku, and I would actually call this a little bit of a better shape for chopping onions and stuff like that. As you can see, that rocking motion of this chef's knife or this like this is really, really nice. So I'm just going to kind of put that to the side and at least do a couple of these yellow squash for you. Let's get one that looks like it's not, I don't know what the word is. What's the word? Sickly. What? These came from a local farmer's market, so we're excited to eat these up. And as you can see, nice thin slices. Let me see how thin a one I can do here. Let's see. You ready? I'm probably going to mess it up. No, that's pretty thin. As you can see, that's almost translucent. Nice thin slice. So I'm just going to go at it here and do some nice round pieces here. I'm kind of tilting here. Make sure I'm still in the camera. I am. So basically, I like this grip right here. So I was kind of showing you grips downstairs, but for actually cutting on a cutting board, you're actually going to end up choked up like this with your finger across the top. I just find that to be a very good grip for this particular knife, and it is doing a really nice job. Again, it's not like screaming sharp like they made it sound with the sticker that they put on there, but it is a sharp knife. It definitely is a good slicer, and I bet if I took and stropped it up a little bit, it would be even slicier. But really good, really nice. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do one more, and then we'll wrap up the video here. I know, I'm making a mess now. What, you laughing at me? I do not have a cooking show, and there's a good reason. You ought to be over here cutting this up. You're better at it than me. No? She said no. I usually end up cutting a lot of the stuff up like this. Especially, well, depending on what it is. Sometimes she'll do it. Sometimes I'll do it. But as you can see, in this choked, I keep moving the cutting board here. In this choked up grip here, I have great control over the knife. It is a great slicer, and as you can see, and again, they told you not to actually chop with the knife, but as you can see with that little kind of dicing motion I was doing with the onions, that did really, really well as well. So great knife. I'm actually impressed, and this thing is going to retail for $80. You can get it on White Mountain Knives. So I think it's definitely one to check out. Again, it's nice and dirty now, so there you go. I'm going to finish cutting up these other three squash we've got over here and probably a little more onion, but I'll cut this short. So, guys, give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think of this knife. Let me know, again, made by Bestech, and it's branded XIN Cutlery, and really nice knife. So let me know what you think. If you're not subscribed, guys, I'd appreciate you considering that. If you are, as usual, thank you so much. And, guys, thanks so much for watching the cooking show. No, I'm kidding. The KnivesFAST channel. Have a good one.